What is up, you geezer, blow-tie geezers? It is Chris Martin9 here. We lost the Carabao Cup final on penalties. 4-3, I do believe it was. Or maybe it was 5-3, I can't remember. But still, we lost on penalties. Now, before I start doing this video, I would just like to apologise for the lateness. Now, obviously you know that Chelsea and Man City were playing in the final at 4:30. Of course, the game went to extra time and then penalties. Now, I was going to plan on doing a video straight after the game had it not gone to extra time and penalties. But the game went on for long enough for me to not be able to make a video because a little bit later on, London Spitfire was going to take on Hangzhou Spark in the Overwatch League. So I had to sort of wait until that game finished. And now I'm doing a video. So yeah, if this video is a little bit late, or if you guys were expecting a video, then I do apologise if it's a little bit late. Now, having said that, let's talk about the game. Right, before we say anything, before we talk about anything, I would just like to address one massive fat elephant in the room. Kepa. He's a fucking idiot. 100% grade A, money back guarantee, big fucking idiot. What the hell was he doing right at the end there? Like, okay, let me ask you a question. Who is bigger, the manager or the players? It's clearly the players, right? Player power over the manager. Kepa should have come off when his number came up. Now, if you notice, Kepa was constantly on the deck, right? Every sort of save he made, every sort of big play, he kept going down because it looked like he had a cramp. Sarri decides he wants to take Kepa off because, well, obviously he's got a cramp. And also, Caballero looks like he's a better penalty saver than Kepa is. So, it's probably a good idea to bring on Caballero. But no, Kepa over here starts waving. No, I'm fine. I want to stay on. So then, what does Sarri do? He clearly wants to bring Caballero on for the penalty shootout because Kepa isn't all that fit. Because he's always been on the deck just having a cramp, it looks like. But no, Kepa stays on, and then I tell you what, Sarri just goes off on one. He goes absolutely crazy. He goes absolutely mental. I mean, Sarri has every right to be pissed off because Kepa can't be asked to come off the pitch for somebody that he wants to bring on. But having said that, Sarri should have taken care of the situation better. You are the manager. You are not lower than the players. The players play for you on the pitch, but the manager is there telling you what to do, right? If you have to come off for somebody else, you come off for someone else. But that's not what Kepa did, and that infuriates me. That makes me furious. I mean, Kepa, what? How much is he worth? 70 million. He just made Chelsea look like an absolute disgrace out there. But it's just so annoying. It's disheartening because I want to talk to you about the rest of the game. You know, if you put aside the whole Kepa and Sarri situation, we played a fantastic game, despite losing the cup. You know what? You know, credit to Man City. I mean, they won the cup. We didn't. But I started watching this game with very low expectations. You know, on the back of a 6-0 drubbing against them last week, you know, I was just like thinking, how many goals are we going to concede in this? But, give us our credit, we actually matched them. And you know what? Sarri, in my opinion, kept his job today. He did. Despite losing the cup, he kept his job today. He made the right calls at the right time. He brought on Callum Hudson-Odoi for, I do believe it was Pedro. He brought on Higuain for Willian. He brought on Loftus-Cheek for Barkley. There were some brilliant changes. Kovacic, nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. He made the right calls. And I'll tell you what, right at the end of 90 minutes, had Eden Hazard not been offside, which, by the way, clearly he was not offside because he was in line with the defender when he received the ball, he would have gone clear through, he would have shot the goalkeeper in the bottom far corner and we'd have won the cup. That's how close we got. But regardless of all that, I commend Chelsea for an absolute stellar performance today. You know, you look at players like David Luiz and Rudiger at the back. Absolute solid bricks. I'll tell you what, they played their absolute hearts out. Rudiger and David Luiz. Defending was absolutely fantastic. You know, Emerson played a good game, I do believe. Hazard, yes, okay, he did play a false nine, but he was... He was being relied on way too much. And, I mean, when you think about it, Sarri, he had to learn to adapt. I mean, we were the underdogs. We weren't going to match Man City man for man. He realised this. He had to learn to adapt. And he did that perfectly well. But, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's a big blemish on an otherwise just really commendable performance. And you've got Kepa right at the end, just making a complete mockery of himself, urging Sarri to stay on the pitch because he thinks he's fine, when clearly he's not, because he's got a cramp and he has to come off because Caballero wants to come on for the shootout, because it seems as though Caballero is a better pick for a penalty shootout than Kepa is. I mean, it makes sense, right? It makes a lot of sense, but no. Look, the way I see this, Kepa is a massive disgrace for the way he treated the situation. He wanted to stay on. But Sarri should have taken a little bit better care of the situation. He is not bigger than the players. He is the coach. He is the manager. He tells the players what to do. It's his job to tell the players, right, you're coming off. Caballero is coming on. Whether you like it or not, that's what's going to happen. You cannot let Kepa just run proceedings. That's just definition of player power. And that's what's wrong with the club. That is what's wrong with this club, is that, like, who is in charge? Is it the players or the manager? See, this is what I mean about the board just not understanding. Look, the board are just going to protect them at the end of the day. They're just going to protect them. And I'll tell you something, right? Judging on our performance today, and we were fantastic today, despite losing the cup, the way that game was managed by Sarri, it was perfect, right? If we use that model that Sarri used in that game against top opposition for the rest of the games, we'll be fine. We will be fine. But the thing is, the problem we have here is that if the board decide to sack Sarri, right now, they are mugs. They are mugs. I think Sarri has given himself a little bit of leeway. It's going to be interesting to see what the board do with this situation between Sarri and Kepa. This whole situation, right? They have to do this to a T. They cannot let Sarri go off on one regarding this, because if they make the wrong call, right, suddenly Sarri's going to decide he wants to walk out on the club because of that one poor decision. I'm just saying, like, it just pisses me off that the board are just going to do nothing with the players. Despite all of this, the board are going to do nothing with the players because all they're going to do is protect them. And what they're going to do with Sarri, that's my big question. That's what bugs me about this. I don't know, man. Like, look, Chelsea played a fantastic game, right? We got heartbroken at the very end because we lost on penalties. Man City won, yada yada yada. Fine, but we matched them. That's all we've got to say. We matched them with the right, like I said, the right substitution calls. Okay, the team selection was a bit questionable. Okay, yeah, Hazard was playing false nine again. But I mean, when you look past all of that, we played a fantastic game. It could have been a lot worse, lads. It could have been a lot worse. We could have been hammered yet again. But we held on right until the end. Okay, unfortunately we lost on penalties. But, you know, that's on Kepa, in all fairness. Kepa is a bloody idiot for not deciding to come off when he was told to, and he should have done. But, you know, that was unfortunate. What can you say? What can you say? My feelings right now after seeing that is give Sarri another few games. Who have we got next? We have I think it's Spurs at home. Yeah, it's Tottenham at home. Now, that's going to be a tough game. Yes, okay, they lost to Burnley, but we got home advantage, right? We got home advantage. Now, if Sarri makes the same calls in that game, right? He demands the players to do exactly what they did at Wembley against Man City. We'll look a better team. We'll look like a better side. We'll match Tottenham, and hopefully we might win. Hopefully we might win. But I do believe Kepa needs to be dropped after this situation. He has to be dropped. Caballero has to be put in for a few games because it will give players a bit of incentive, right? that if you fuck with the manager, excuse my French, but if you fuck with the manager, you are going to get dropped. And rightly so. Because you look like an idiot out there. You made Chelsea look like a fool, and you didn't come on when you said you'd come off. So, yeah. But, you know, Sarri should have taken better care of the situation. He should have stood his ground a little bit better than he did. And, well, let's just see what the board's going to do. Because the board is it's going to be interesting to see what the board, how the board handle this. Because if they handle it in the worst way possible, you know, there's going to be some fireworks. There's going to be some real fireworks between the board and the manager and Sarri. And, well, if the board handle it the worst way possible, Sarri's out the door. And, well, in the worst possible way, because that game was fantastic. I'm going to repeat myself too much. I'm sorry about that. If I go off at a tangent, I do apologise. Right. Look, it sucks that we lost the cup on penalties. 4-3, was it 5-3? I'm not sure. I didn't even watch the penalties. You know how I feel about penalties. I won't watch it. It's too stressful. But we go again, guys. We go into the next game against Tottenham. And let's see if we can get a win. Look, we didn't get the cup. Man City won the cup. But it sucks. But I'm proud of Chelsea today. I'm proud of Chelsea. I'm proud of the players. They put in a fantastic performance. And like I said, if Hazard was not offside when he got fed that ball in right at the end of 90 minutes, we would have scored that and we would have won. But such is life, eh? Such is life. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. I've had a lot to say. I'm interested to see what you guys are going to come up with in the comment section. Right, after this, I'm going to do a video of me talking about the London Spitfire and Hangzhou Spark, because the London Spitfire won that, and I've got a lot to say about that as well. So thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Hey door, and peace.